Hello students, welcome to Let's Talk, Let's Learn. And today we are going to have quick revision of lesson 2 acid, bases and salts, and we will be discussing 15 important questions. First question is, what do you observe when the soap is scrubbed on a stain of curry on a white cloth, and why? You have to give reason also of your observation. So the stain contains turmeric, which is an natural indicator, and the nature of soap is basic. Turmeric converts or it turns reddish brown in the basic medium. So we will observe reddish brown color change on the stain of curry on a white cloth because turmeric is a natural indicator which turns reddish brown in basic medium. So this thing you have to write for scoring 2 marks. Now the question number 2 is, blue litmus solution is mixed in the solutions of dilute HCl and sodium hydroxide kept in the test tubes A and B. In which test tube will you observe change in color? So this is the first part of question. What will be this color change? This is B part, and give reason for the same. This is C part. So there are three parts incorporated in the same question, question number 2. So when in which test tube will you observe the color change? When you pour blue litmus solution to either dilute HCl or sodium hydroxide. So in test tube A, the color change will be blue to red because the reason is acids turn blue litmus red. So you have to write the answer to each part specifically and differently or separately. Question number 3 is, which gas is released usually when metals react with acids? Usually means because all the metals don't react with acids. Some metals react with acid, that's why the word usually has come. Explain with the help of example. This is B part. Which gas is A part, and how will you detect the presence of this gas? This is C part. So I would recommend that you have to write the answers to each part separately, whether they have not been mentioned specifically. They all have been merged in the same question, but you have to write their answers separately. Mind it, it will give the clear expression to the examiner and you will score better. So first part is hydrogen gas would be released because metals when react with acid they produce their respective salts and hydrogen gas is released. And for an example we will take zinc metal and we will react with hydrochloric acid. It will react with hydrochloric acid and zinc chloride salt will be formed and hydrogen gas will be released. And don't forget to write the balanced chemical equation for it. And to detect the presence of this gas, on bringing a burning matchstick near the test tube, a pop sound is produced. So highlight the pop sound, and moreover, for the more concept clarity, please press the link for the video in which I have demonstrated the detection of the hydrogen gas. So watch that video for more concept clarity. Now the question number 4 is, a solution reacts with crushed eggshells to give a gas that turns lime water milky. Here the hint is given that a gas is produced which turns lime water milky. You have to name that gas. What is the nature of solution? This is B part. If one of the product in this reaction is calcium chloride, write the balanced chemical equation for the reaction. So I would recommend that you attempt the third part first. Leave 2-3 lines for the A and B part and attempt the third part first, because we know that one of the product is calcium chloride, and from the hint that gas turns lime water milky, that gas is carbon dioxide. And how, and the eggshells contain calcium carbonate. They are made up of calcium carbonate. So what will be the other reactant? किसके साथ react करेगा calcium carbonate? With hydrochloric acid, so that the calcium combines with chlorine and forms calcium chloride. The other product will be CO2 and the last would be water. And now you can give the answer to first part, that gas is carbon dioxide. And what is the nature of other reactant? That is acidic, because we have reacted calcium carbonate with hydrochloric acid. One more thing you can observe here, that the questions are quite lengthy, and but you have to concentrate on the questions. You have to read it carefully because answers are very simple. They contain few words or few lines, but you have to concentrate on the question. So do practice of variety of questions. Question number 5. Why does the distilled water not conduct electricity whereas the rainwater does? So here two things have been mentioned, distilled water and the rainwater. So you have to give reasons for both of these things separately. Distilled water doesn't conduct electricity because they that doesn't contain ions, whereas rainwater contains iron due to the presence of dissolved salt in it, salts in it, because they are present in the water as impurities, and when they are dissolved in water they convert into free ions, they produce free ions, and that's why it conducts electricity. So distilled water bhi mention karna hai and rainwater bhi. Question number 6 is, how is the concentration of hydronium ion H3O plus affected when a solution of an acid is diluted? Diluted means adding water to the concentrated acid. So acids like HCl, it produce hydrogen ions and their respective negative ions, like chloride ions in the case of HCl. So this H plus combines with water. When we add water to it, they form hydronium ion, and we can also write H plus ions, hydrogen ions, so their concentration will go on reducing as we go on adding water. Question number 7. So question number 7 is, 5 solutions A, B, C, D and E when tested with universal indicator showed pH as 4, 1, 7, 11, 7 and 9 respectively. Now you have to answer these questions. Which solution is neutral? Which solution is strongly alkaline? Which is strongly acidic? Which is weakly acidic? Which is weakly alkaline? And one more question has been included, that the line is written in the last. Arrange the pH in increasing order of hydrogen ion concentration. Please be concentrated on questions, because most of the students skip, they may skip this question. They will think that this is just a part of a question statement and nothing specifically separately has been asked, but this is another part of question. Fine, so read the questions carefully. Now for attempting the answers, what we will do, we will write A, B, C, D and E and with their respective pH, so that we can attempt the questions easily. Now they have been asked which solution is neutral. So neutral pH 7, that is D. Strongly alkaline, strongly, as you know that pH varies from 1 to 14. From after 7, more than 7 to the 14, solutions are basic in nature and we have been asked strongly alkaline. So near 14, the answer is C, because its pH is 11. Among these 5, this solution is strongly alkaline. Now strongly acidic, so less than 7 towards 1, so the answer is B. Weakly acidic, the answer is A, and weakly alkaline, the answer is 9. But the answer is not, you shouldn't write 9, you should write E, because we have been asked, you have to write the solution and don't identify and don't write the actual names of these solution whether you know them or not. You have to write the names which have been given in the questions. Now arrange the pH. Here we won't give answers in the terms of A, B, C, D and E. We will arrange the pH in increasing order of hydrogen ion concentration. As the value of pH goes on increasing, the hydrogen ion concentration goes on decreasing. So we have to arrange in increasing order of hydrogen ion concentration. So the answer will be 11, 9, 7, 4 and 1. 1 having the least pH value will have maximum hydrogen ion concentration, and 11 being the least, being the most pH value, most highest pH value among these 5. So here the concentration of hydrogen ion will be least. So इस तरह के questions जिनमें आपको just एक few word, एक alphabet write करना है, ऐसे question देखिए आप 5 mark carry करेंगे. So कितना easily आप score कर सकते हैं if you have the conceptual framework with you. Now the question number 8 is, it is quite a direct question. Write the neutralization reaction, define it and give 2 examples. You can give any examples. One more thing, you will find these notes in the description box. I will be giving the link for it. As you press the link, you will be directed toward the notes. These questions आपको वहाँ पर ये मिल जाएंगे. Now the question number 5 is, let's zoom it. On mixing a compound which is prepared from gypsum with appropriate quantity of water shows the quality of getting hard. Now again the hint is given that compound is prepared from gypsum with appropriate quantity of water, it shows the quality of getting hard. ये hard हो जाता है. Identify the compound, write its chemical formula, also write the chemical equation of its preparation and its one use. So here you have been asked about the 4 parts. 4 things have been asked. First of all, the name of compound. And that is Plaster of Paris, it is its general name, and its chemical name is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. The formula is CaSO4 half H2O. And how it is prepared? Gypsum calcium sulfate dihydrate. This is .2H2, the water of crystallization. When we heat it at 373 Kelvin, or you can say 100 degrees Celsius, so calcium sulfate dot half H2O or hemihydrate, this POP will be formed, and 1.5 molecule of water will also be produced. And when used, it is used for supporting fractured bones in the right position. Now question number 10. A cleaner uses a white chemical compound strongly smelling like chlorine gas. Now again the hint is given. Question is not direct. Indirectly you have been asked, you have been given hints, and you have to identify this chemical compound, write its chemical name and formula, write the balanced chemical equation for its formation, and because it has been used by the cleaner to disinfect the water in the box, in the tank, so apart from disinfection we have to write two more other uses of this compound. So the compound is bleaching powder, it is its general name, chemical name is calcium oxychloride, CaOCl2, it is its chemical formula. How it is prepared? Calcium hydroxide reacted with chlorine, it will form bleaching powder and water. And two more uses are paper and textile industry and as an oxidizing agent in chemical industries. So it was a little bit general, it was little bit direct question, but with the help of hints. लाइक फर्स्ट चैप्टर में हमें कलर्स के हिंट थे, यहाँ हमें उनकी दूसरी प्रॉपर्टीज़ के हिंट्स गिवन हैं. Question number 11. Compounds such as alcohols and glucose contain hydrogen, but they are not categorized as acids because those things are considered acids which produce hydrogen ions in solution form. But alcohols and glucose don't produce free hydrogen ions even in solution form. That's why they are not categorized as acid, even though they contain hydrogen. Question number 12. 2 drops of phenolphthalein are poured in NaOH solution. What color change you observe? Next situation, if dilute HCl is poured, what will be the color change? Third situation, on adding few drops of NaOH solution again in the above mixture, the previous color is regained and you have to give reasons for it. Now the answer is, as you know, the first of all concentrate on third part, that phenolphthalein is a synthetic indicator which remains colorless in acidic or neutral solution and turns pink in basic solution. Now attempt the three parts. In first situation, NaOH plus phenolphthalein. NaOH, that is a basic solution, and phenolphthalein, the solution will turn pink. Now in second situation, we poured HCl, the medium will start becoming acidic, so the solution will turn colorless. And in the third situation, it will again become pink. The pink color, the original color, is regained because phenolphthalein solution again becomes basic on pouring NaOH solution. Question number 13. To dilute an acid or base, whether the acid or base should be added to water or water should be added to acid or base. Which is the correct procedure, and you have to give reason for the same. So to dilute a concentrated acid or base must be added slowly, drop by drop to the water with constant stirring, because this reaction, this process is highly exothermic, and due to the heat, the mixture may splash out and it may cause burns. So acid or base should be added to water drop by drop with constant stirring. It is the correct procedure. Question number 14. It is a quite direct question. Chemical name, formula, and two uses of baking and washing soda. Moving on to answer. On the one side of page, you can write the chemical name of baking soda, that is sodium hydrogen or sodium bicarbonate, and washing soda, sodium carbonate. Formula is NaHCO3 and its formula is Na2CO3 dot 10H2O. Don't forget to mention this dot, the water of crystallization, otherwise it won't work as washing soda. Regarding the uses, baking soda is used in baking powder preparation, that is baking soda plus tartaric acid as an antacid to remove the acidity in the stomach, or in soda acid fire extinguisher. Washing soda is used for cleaning to remove the permanent hardness of water, and in glass, soap and paper industry. So it was quite a direct question as the question number 15. Chlor-alkali process, and you have to write two uses of its products. So sodium chloride aqueous solution, when electric current is passed through it, and this solution of common salt in water is known as brine solution. Sodium hydroxide, chlorine gas and hydrogen gas are formed. Sodium hydroxide is used in soap and paper industry. Chlorine gas is used as a disinfectant and for making CFC, chlorofluorocarbon. You are already aware with this term. And hydrogen gas is used as a fuel and for making ammonia fertilizers. So After learning, after understanding these 315 questions, your chapter 2 will be ready for the exams and you can easily score 90% in it. And for any queries, doubts and suggestions, you can directly message me on the Instagram, follow me there. And my upcoming video will be containing important questions of lesson 3, metals and non-metals, and it will be uploaded next Sunday, and I will try that I should post the videos of these important questions of all the coming chapters in the coming Sundays. And I'm doing much hard work for preparing these videos for you, for notes and for activities. So please like, share and subscribe my channel. And one more thing, I will be sharing the links of the activities of this chapter, the practicals of this chapter for more concept clarity, and these notes in the description box. Do watch them, have the concept clarity, have more understanding and easy understanding. Good luck, goodbye.